Everything is full. Fullness there, fullness here, fullness around. If you take fullness out of fullness, fullness remains. This is meaning of the Sanskrit prayer. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnameva Vasishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this second session of our 4 workshops that we are offering to everyone here at Pillai Center Practice YouTube and also on Facebook. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome. We have Radha, Arjun, and Chakra helping out as well, so thank you so much. And we are going to just jump right into this preparation of how to navigate 2022 or 2023 and as we enter the new year in a couple of days with Dr. Pillai. So this is the second series is all about creating our future and with respect to our belief system. So we spoke about the quantum physics of negativity with Lakshmi Jina yesterday, and we're going to talk about quantum mind belief system here today, and then quantum thinking, I'll be with you tomorrow, and then we'll wrap it up with a summary of everything quantum creating in the new year. So we'll go into the next slide, and we'll share about how you can get the most out of this special year of energy that Dr. Pillai is going to be helping us to tap into. So the importance of creative visualization. When we observe what we want to visualize, we believe it. And so when we see in our life, and when we look in our life and we see now what's happening, it's a result of what we visualized previously, and it's being projected forward. And there it is, good or not so good. So we want to focus on creative visualization where we want to be that which we are observing. So whatever we've observed, whatever is surrounding us in our life, we're observing that, and it's coming from us. We're like a movie projector on the screen, we're projecting out in our life. So getting into that creative visualization, create what you want to see in your movie of your life. Next slide, please. So how does creative visualization help us to manifest? So creative visualization is what we want to create, not what we don't want to create, because our mind is going to go back and forth. We already know what's not feeling good or what's not happening in our life right now that is providing us with grace and ease. So we need to know what we want to create. So to create is to believe in the manifestation, manifesting what we want. So seeing it, feeling it, imagining ourselves having it already. Next, please. So changing our belief system through this meditation technique that Dr. Pillai is going to be sharing in a few minutes. We're going to be practicing getting into quantum thinking. So it's beyond human thinking, and then it's beyond what our eyes can see as well. Our eyes are the windows to our soul, and the optic nerves, where they cross in the middle of our brain, it's called the optic chiasma, which means this crossing point is exactly where the pineal gland is. the pituitary pineal complex. So it makes sense that that's where the third eye is going to be. It's going to be where we cross our energy of what we take in, and then that feeds our brain and opens us up to this portal of miracle consciousness, quantum visualization. So again, imagine having your home, your car, your relationship, your health, your spiritual path, whatever it is that you want to create. And it is activating the midbrain where the quantum mind is going to open. It's going to wipe out human thinking that says who, what, where, when, why, how. And then we're going to get into the quantum reality or the visualizations or perhaps visions of us, and the experience of having it manifested are going to be seen in our mind's eye. Next, please. Now we'll settle in, and we are going to be listening carefully to all the pearls of wisdom, all the gems that Dr. Pillai shared, and he's going to take us through a meditation practice. So please do make sure that you've turned off your distractions, whatever those are, and just for a few minutes, about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and unpack it all so we don't miss anything. So enjoy, settle in. You can close your eyes momentarily and then just connect at your heart and then open, and Radha will play the video.
Although you have heard the expression that when you see it, you will believe it. You have to, this is quantum physics. When you see it, you will believe it. That's what the truth about the particle existing. You have to observe it. When you observe it, then you believe it. This, the Schrodinger's dog, the cat experiment, to disprove Einstein's determinism. I'm not going to go into science very deeply, except if it is going to help us to change our fortune, our future. So let's go back and say, when you see it, you will believe it. So you have to understand the power of seeing. Creative visualization is what most people understand from spiritual teachings. You have to visualize, and then that will happen. That is true. The visualization is everything. And the life that we are living now is a result of what we visualized. Why did we do such a bad visualization? That's the question that everybody would like to ask themselves. It is wrong. It was not given to us by other people. It was given to us by ourselves. So the observation plays a key role. Observation takes place at many different levels before it becomes a material reality. You are going to go, if you read Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and then he will say how to train the mind to be able to know different levels of thinking. We are now thinking in a robot, like mechanism. We think without properly controlling our mind, our thought process, how we use our words, and how the words are connected to the meaning, and how is meaning connected to the object. These are all going to be, very interesting if you are interested in knowing the process of manifestation. Manifestation from chaos or from zero to our emptiness to material reality. Not that the material reality is everything. Once you know that you can create everything, then, Jesus himself said that you can do everything that you want to do, like I do. All that you have to know is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the higher intelligence, the quantum reality. And if you go to, so it's the Holy Spirit. And that spirit is within you. And then if you go into that level and then see that, and that becomes the belief, and when the belief becomes the reality, then the matter is created. That is how we have to go and first see it. And if you don't see it, then you don't create a belief. I'm going to say that again. You have to see it. And that is a quantum reality. Okay. Seeing is a quantum reality. But you have to see. That's why the word seer is very important too. The seer is one who doesn't see, think very deeply. He's a prophet, is called a seer. So it is more than, observation through the eyes. Eyes are involved. The eyes can get you to deeper levels. Without the eyes, you cannot understand thinking, the subtleties of thinking. So when you go and then see those realities first, and then they will become belief, and the belief becomes the reality, and then, you can create whatever you want to create. And, I don't believe in blah, blahing. I just was teaching someone, within 39 seconds, I want God to help you. So you go before God, Jesus, or Yahweh, or Buddha, or somebody, Shiva, Krishna. Can you ever tried to do it at the quantum level? At the quantum level. It is not really the quantum level, it's much grosser, but at least if you can do a prayer within, say, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, then you do it. That prayer is a quantum prayer. That prayer is truly a prayer that connects you with God, who is the quantum reality. How do you do it? The mind, body, the soul, the breath, all of them should be together. And what we do in our prayer, we have a big list which we don't believe. Give me Rolls Royce, give me that, give me this, or give me the girlfriend. And you don't even believe that. You don't know how to go deep into the quantum level. That is what I'm going to be teaching. Actually, it's a 1-year program, a year-long course, but people cannot commit it to also see different modules. There are 4 modules. Creating from inside out is the first module. The second module in the 1-year program is cleansing negativity. And then there is the third one is embodying your God self. You become God or the quantum self. And then outrageous thinking. Okay, these are all the 4 modules, I think. This is for the course, for the 1-year course. Not that you have to do all the modules, not that you have to do even that course. Even this program itself is self-contained. The one meditation that I taught you, will do everything too, because is God. And awe can, I've done a lot of research on awe, the meditation, and where you find the expression or the impact of awe in the brain. The most powerful areas of the brain are activated by the sound awe, including neurotransmitters like the one particular neuron called one economo neuron. But anyway, let's not go into that. You have to see in order to believe, and in order to believe, you will believe and you will manifest. And that's the most. And then another point that I want to mention is it's not only your brain thinks, your genes think too. That's taking place at a molecular level, not at a quantum level. The gene, is your DNA, and within the DNA you have all that oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and phosphate, all the, and quantum is much smaller than that. You have to go into the hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon atoms and go to the subatomic particles. But the important thing is you can go to the elementary particle level, to electron level, to the subatomic levels through the quantum thinking. And that is India's contribution to the entire world, how you can accomplish that. And nobody teaches the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, Vasishta's Ramayana in this perspective, but time has come and I myself will spearhead that project. So, and you have to go beyond the genetic constraints you have, which you have inherited from your father or mother. You're not only thinking your thoughts, but your mother's thought, your father's thought, and your grandparents' thought. You have to change all that, And they are all polluted by beliefs, very bad belief systems. So that, I have taught meditations for that. And so in order to change your belief, I will give you, since I promised I will give a technique so that you get it, without any obligation. Now close your eyes. Just take it for granted certain concepts that I'm giving to you. I won't be able to explain it to you well because of time constraint. Go to the sky. Imagine the blue sky. You keep going up and up and up and up. There is a light that's pulling you up and up and up. And you are not in the brain. You are now in the sky. You are going up and up and up and up. In a spaceship, and you're going up. And visualize yourself filled with light. You have a light body, otherwise. You have a space body. And you're merged with the space. And the face is filled with light. And your physical body that is sitting and meditating here connects with it through this meditation. And while you are in space, you visualize whatever you want. Say, for instance, now that nowadays cars are very difficult to buy. Just visualize buying a car that you like. You see the car color and everything. and come down with the body, with the car in your head, in the light body, and then get into your physical body. You have practiced quantum thinking, quantum visualization. And close your meditation and open your eyes. Space, the brain, thinking, and matter, they are all interconnected. So I will teach all these things in definitely at length in this in a 1-year program. But don't worry about time. Time doesn't exist. And when you are in the sky and visualizing light like Einstein did practice, he has so many thought experiments which he practiced, which is meditation. And that led him to discover a lot. But anyway, believe it. And you have seen that car in the space, and that means you have sowed the seeds for the belief in by the physical body, which is polluted by a very bad belief system with very bad genetic makeup. How this have to be changed? Okay. You're not going to believe the government or somebody is not giving you a job or not. That's not going to work. The government will remain the same, the other people will remain the same. You have to take care of yourself. And God has given everything to you. See, what we are saying today is nothing when compared to, scriptures. When the scriptures say God created man in his own image, it's not a curse. He just wanted human beings as powerful as him, meaning that let there be, he would say, let there be light, and light will be there. And you won't ask whether thermal or nuclear power, all this nonsense is our complications which we have created, and then we are all caught up in this idiotic life. So at least quantum physics will fix people in the golden age which is coming. So that's all I wanted to say about this module, because as I said, the prayer takes only 10-15 minutes, and you do it multiple times a day, and that's the way it's going to.
Oh, slowly come back to yourself. In that short period of time, we were able to get out of our physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, mind, body complex and go into our space body or our light body, into the space, into that blue sky. And quickly, within minutes, it can be done. And Dr. Pillai shared about doing it for about 15 minutes, but you can even do it for 15 seconds to keep remembering and reminding yourself on what it is that you want to manifest as you go up into the space. You see it in the space, whatever it is. In the case that Dr. Pillai shared, it was the car, but it could be your home, it could be your job, it could be your relationship harmony all around in your family and with your friends and colleagues. And then you feel it. It's so important not only to see it, but to feel it as if you're going to a movie of you in your life, and you're so excited about your movie and about your life, and you get into it, and you just want you to be yourself to be so successful in all aspects of your life. So everyone you're interacting with and whatever it is that you're doing, you have already manifested. it. So now that we've come back, we wanted to unpack the 4 ways in which Dr. Pillai has shared that you can participate depending on whatever is available to you as per your budget. So Dr. Pillai's New Year's Day on January 1st is the Quantumizing Shreem Brzee initiation. So an initiation is something that you ask the guru at the level of the soul. You can also ask him in your prayers as well, or if you see him in person, please take me to that state of consciousness where I can evolve instantaneously. That's why we go get initiated again and again and again, because we forget. And we want to grow that initiation and keep it radiating out of us with all the positivity. We need to have utter positivity to believe and to have faith and to keep seeing what we want to see, not what we don't want to see, right? So there's the first way you can participate is the January 1st Quantumizing Shreem Brzee initiation. Then the second way is Dr. Pillai's New Year live events bundle. And so that is going to include January 1st initiation and also January 14th initiation, which is happening during a very powerful time. And we'll get to that momentarily. Then there is another way, which is to join the first quarter, which is from January to March. So January, February, March, 2023, we're going to create from the inside out. So we're going to understand, we're going to know it, we're going to be supported with all the different mentoring that's going on, the group coaching, the reminders of what you need to do every week, every day, every week, and through those months. So you're going to get the most out of that time period by joining in the first quarter. And then the year-long packages, well, we're going to get to that as well. So there'll be 4 quarters if you want to jump into all of the year-long programs. So next slide, please. All right, so Quantumizing Shreem Brzee initiation, you can see the timing of it, and it is going to be on January 1st. So this New Year initiation into Shreem Brzee brings the sounds Shreem Brzee to quantum levels for accelerated manifestation. Again, 2023 has never happened. And Dr. Pillai is opening up the gates of heaven during Vaikuntha Ekadashi. And that is an 11th moon, a money moon. And it is going to be inviting Lord Vishnu, who fulfills our wishes. He's the money god, and he's also the party god. So we don't want to die and have to go to heaven. We want to have that experience of heaven. And also, we want our ancestors who feed our body, mind, and soul with prosperity thoughts, or those thoughts that our money is evil, poverty, there's not enough, scarcity consciousness. We already know all about that, but we want to diffuse those thoughts by them getting into Vaikuntha Ekadashi, that time frame where the gates of heaven open and invite our ancestors' souls in. Maybe they're hanging out in hellish realms or upside down, as Dr. Pillai shares. That's what happens with soul genetics. And we'll get into that as well too. So these are the power times that you can be considering joining. You can start with the 1st, January 1st. You can upgrade to the 14th as well. But this is the first one where you can walk through the first door of 2023 and get the blessings of heaven. All right, so then we have this New Year package, which is going to include January 1st and 14th, and it's a live events bundle where Dr. Pillai is going to be live. He's going to deliver very powerful meditations, the teachings and initiations. And again, January 1st during Vaikuntha Ekadashi, and the gates of heaven are opened up. And then a couple of weeks later, during the Vedic winter solstice, the most important time of renewal of the universe, not only of our lives, but everyone in the universe, and everyone, including the gods. They will wake up and say, hey, who wants my help? So if we are tapped into their energy, they can help us and all of humanity to evolve. Next slide, please. So here we are, first quarter, January to March, module 1. That's the next way that you can jump in, creating from the inside out. The creative visualization, as Dr. Pillai mentioned, is going to be at various levels. So it's going to be from the gross level of what you see as the object of your desire. So for example, the car, that's a material object. And what you want to do is you want to subtleize it. You want to get it into an energetic form. So he's going to take us through that process of going up into the sky. We already know what we want. And maybe we've gone to the car dealership. We've sat in that car. We've like done the awe meditation. And oh yes, I feel this. I can smell the brand new leather seats, that smell of a brand new car. And then you put your hands on the steering wheel, and then you ask the salesperson to take you for a test drive, and you get to even drive it. So you really want to go for it. You want to touch it, feel it, experience it. So that becomes part of your thinking mind, your gross level thinking mind. So you go from the object of your desire, then you take it into your brain, the thoughts, and that goes into that subtler form. And then you get into the energy of it. So you charge up your emotions, you get excited, because emotions are just charged thoughts. And yes, I can, not, oh, geez, I can't afford it. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this, when I'm going to do this, where, what, when, how, who's going to help me? I won't qualify, or whatever. That will just go out the window because you'll be so excited. So that's the process that we're going to go through. Dr. Pillai is going to help us with creative visualization. And then we will have faith, because we will know it, we'll feel it, we'll believe it, we'll be utterly positive that it is happening, and it has already happened, because in our mind, we have already decided this is it, and we're going to project that forward in our life and then just go get it. So the VV principle represents, the first V is the viewed, so your object of desire, and then the viewer, you. So you're going to project that into the world, and then they're going to come together. So it's a V-V, meaning we've brought this together from the gross form to the subtlest energy form, and we are excited about it. And then quantumizing Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee is the sound for prosperity, abundance, joy, happiness, everything that represents heaven on earth. So we don't have to wait to go to that place. We experience it, and it awakens inside of us, because it is our birthright. And Dr. Pillai has shared that Shreem Brzee will also wipe out any negativity. It will diffuse all the anxiety or fear or anger, or why isn't it happening? And I'm doing everything that's possible and it still hasn't happened. In this quantum creativity, the belief that we have it is not going to come from our thinking mind. It's going to come from the realm of that quantum reality that says, yes, finally, you're here, and that's all you need to do. And what do you want? Next slide, please. So the second quarter in the year-long program is going to run from April to June. So April, May, June, that's module 2. It's going to help us to overcome negative thinking. So, hey, we got all fired up, and then our everyday life comes, our karma comes, all those karmic patternings, they're not so easy to kick. So they come and they try to stop us up, and we go, no way. But we have to understand that it's not just the way we think, it's our genes that think. So soul genetics is this understanding at that level of the soul that we are connected to our ancestors who perhaps struggled with prosperity consciousness, or they were super prosperous and then they messed up. And then here we are, sins of the forefathers. So here we are, we know what to do. Soul genetics is something that Dr. Pillai is going to teach us how to connect with our ancestors, help them to get out of the challenges, the harms and hurdles that they are facing in those realms and the spiritual realms, because they're not in the body anymore. They're dead, they're no more. And they want to get to heaven. And once they get to heaven, they will bless us. And they will say, oh yeah, you want that car? Okay, great. What else do you want? So biogenetics is getting our physical body, our physiology aligned with our soul's genes. So then it gets into our emotions and how all the neurology of our bodies, the biochemistry. So Dr. Pillai is going to unpack the biogenetics. That which we inherited is going to be clearly manifesting whatever it is that we want. We're going to be aligned with it, body, mind, soul. That's what Dr. Pillai said, the big connection. So we need to be here to experience it. And he's going to take us on that mystical, magical journey. So planets also will influence us. And we want to make sure that we know our good planets throughout the year. And then we will want to know what our bad planets are too, so we can propitiate them, appease them. So inhibiting negative thoughts with pranic breathing. So we're going to find out what Dr. Pillai is going to share about that in various techniques, meditations, initiations during the second quarter. The third quarter is going to start in July, and it's going to be July, August, September. So that's module 3, embodying your God self. We need to understand our individual soul inside of the brain. So it's not just something theoretical. We've got to get into it. We've got to experience it. We've got to feel it. We've got to know that we can just tap into it immediately. So God genetics and supersymmetry. So God's genetics are way more powerful than our own human genes that we have going on in our body, mind, and soul. So the supersymmetry is going to align all that, and it's going to override it. It's going to be supercharged. So whatever we think we are doing, whether it's manifesting or whether it's speaking to one another and wanting to create harmony in our family or our workplace. Maybe we want to get a new job or start a business, and we're so scared and we just don't even know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen or with whom or who's going to come and support us and who's going to actually finance it if that's what is required. So God's genes are going to wake up inside of us because God is nowhere outside of us. It's inside. And then these divine beings all around will supercharge that consciousness. That will be a supersymmetry. We will be in harmony with all that. Unconditional love. Oh my goodness. How will we even know the depths of unconditional love that we will experience throughout this journey with Dr. Pillai? The third quarter, by then we are going to be so full that we're like, oh my God, I just want to help people unconditionally with my time, my energy, my resources. So selfless service is part of our journey. We want to make sure that we check that box off on our spiritual journey as it is here on the earth plane in this lifetime. So finally, we're in the fourth quarter, October to December. Look at how fast that went by. So October, November, December. The module 4 is outrageous thinking. And I remember Dr. Pillai sharing way back, maybe almost 30 years ago, when I first jumped on this journey or this adventure with Dr. Pillai. He said, if you follow these teachings, I promise your life will be adventurous. And when he used the word outrageous, I was like, oh my God, that sounds like an amazing adventure. That sounds so thrilling because life is just boring. And so when I fast forward to 30 years, from 30 years ago to now, oh my God, my life has been nothing but exciting, outrageous, and miraculous. And I'm so happy that you're here to embark on this adventure or consider embarking on this adventure. Every step of the way, we'll be there to support you. So thought evaluation, cultivating super thoughts. We don't even know what that is, but Dr. Pillai is going to help us to get into that state of being. And we're going to practice it. We're going to put it into our life, not just practice it theoretically or maybe every week in our courses. We're going to be doing it every single moment. And he will energize that to make sure that 2023 does not go by without us manifesting exactly what we want. So we're going to compress and bypass time with out of the box thinking. And that is going to happen because Dr. Pillai shared that here's an out of the box thought. He said, I'm going to bring in the year 3023, not 2023 only. I'm going to bring in the energy, the intelligence of your evolution, all of our evolution, of about 10 lifetimes if we live to be 100 every year. So we're going to have all of that without having to come back and be born again and go through all the problems, and we forget that we're God. So he's going to do it this year. And that is so exciting. And who knows how that's going to happen. So that's an out of the box thought, like, what? So big invitation. It's going to be exciting, adventurous, and completely outrageous. So here's the options: fundamentals, intermediate, and premier. We'll get into the slides that unpack each one. So this fundamentals is a year long, and it's going to start with Dr. Pillai's January 1st. So if you jump into January 1st, the Quantumizing Shreem Brzee initiation on that day with Dr. Pillai, and then you're going to get the bi-monthly Create Your 2023 group coaching sessions. So that's every 2 weeks. And then Dr. Pillai's essential teachings and techniques for each module. So you'll get all the modules that we just went through. And then you're going to have the bi-weekly support and the 2 monthly Pradosham. So Pradosham is this window of time every month. And most of us blink and miss it, or most of us go, oh, it was the 13th moon. And that is a window where we can dump all the bad karma into that space. And then we can be relieved, get some relief and get some clarity. So those karma removal hydration ceremonies will be done on our behalf in India. So this is the intermediate, and it's going to have the year-long fundamentals components. So you get everything from that previous slide. And then we're going to get the third eye quantum thinking initiation during the Vedic solstice. So that's going to be the January 14th event. And that is going to bring in the renewal energy, not only of our lives and our body, mind, and soul, the whole universe. How do you unpack that? But he's going to bring it into us in a way that we will be able to utilize it, maximize it fully. So he's also going to share advanced teachings and techniques for each model. So you'll have the fundamentals and the advanced techniques in each module. Then we're going to have weekly sessions instead of the only twice a month. We're going to have 4 times a month, the group coaching sessions. And then there's going to be a monthly proxy Shreem Brzee Full Moon Fire Lab. And it's not the same Shreem Brzee full moon events or ceremonies that we have been participating through Pillai Center Academy. This is going to be done in India in power spots that we can't even get to, even if we went to India. It's a big country. And so Dr. Pillai is going to make sure that that Shreem Brzee Full Moon Fire Lab gets fired up. And then we're going to experience that abundance, that fullness in our soul, even if we're miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away. We'll be in our light body, our super body. Go ahead. Yeah, so Premier is the final program, and I love this one. This is amazing. So we're going to have everything that we had in all of the others. So the live session with Dr. Pillai during month 6 is going to be the additional. So he's going to come in halfway through the year and say, hey, what's going on? What do we need to do for you? And we will get that initiation, that empowerment, that support, that teaching, whatever it is. And he might give us something to do as well, like a technique that we do at home, or maybe it'll be a deeper immersion into the teachings. So there are going to be monthly thought labs. That's really cool. So the thought labs are, hey, what's your idea of what you want to manifest? And then we're going to be immersed in a meditation. We're going to go in our space body, our light body, and we're going to be guided by Dr. Pillai. And then we'll come out of it and then see what we see and monitor our thoughts. And did we shift? Because how do we know that the shift is happening? So these thought labs will teach us that every month. Then the individual coaching consultation is going to be with me. Yay, come play. And I'm going to be so happy because we're going to be unpacking all the personal astrology information that you had in the reading or the report. And it's going to be identifying your good and bad planets and all the remedies that you're being given, and then how to navigate throughout the year. So I'm very happy to help to do that, because who knows about astrology? I certainly didn't when I began, and I'm not a Vedic astrologer. I'm not a certified Vedic astrologer. However, with Dr. Pillai, he taught me to watch the planets from day one. And in lifetimes, it is has been said to me, the Vedic astrologers have said, oh, well, in lifetimes, you had a very deep understanding, a very intimate connection with the planets. So they speak through you. So I'm very excited to test that out with you and share what is going to inspire you and help you every day to find those power times that those good or bad planets need to be addressed, and they need to be propitiated, and it's super easy. So that's what will be happening with that coaching and the astrology. The custom remedies, there are going to be remedies that are going to be done on your behalf, based on you, personalized, customized. What do you want? What do you need? What's stopping you? And all those remedies will be done to scrub up our souls, to scrub up our thinking mind, to give us clarity. We cannot create without clarity, inside, outside, all around us. So who is ever sending out negative energy towards us, or whatever has been done in the past, it won't touch us, because we will have this protective energy force field all around us. And all that will be done in India on our behalf. And then the 9 planet pujas, it's going to be happening daily. So we're going to have every day, the 9 planets are going to be on our side. So the planets there's a planet that rules every day of the week. And then hourly, there's a time slot that a planet will be impacting us and shooting out fabulous thoughts or miserable thoughts. So most of us know when we're working away and all of a sudden we're so distracted, or we're so upset, or someone cuts us a dirty look and we're miserable, we pack it all up and forget it, we're done for days. So that is not going to be impacting us, because the planets are going to be dancing. They're going to be saying, oh yeah, you're helping me. So being immersed in the daily planet puja is an elementalization. It is going to connect you at a very deep level, and also in your life. So you're going to find out how to do that as we go through the premier program together. So the program starts January 1st at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So please register right up until then to receive the full course. So that's what I wanted to share with everyone. That was really exciting. There's so much energy. So thanks everyone for being here and focusing. I'm just going to take a look at our friends here who have been posting messages. Nasa says, so cool. I was out of my head, out of my body. Lovely visiting space. So do you see how easy that is? So the prayer, when Dr. Pillai says pray, most of us are neurotic, right? In our prayers. Oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. We sound like Toys R Us kids. And we're just jumping up and down. We're crying. Oh my God, how come I can't get it? Oh, I'm never going to afford it. Oh, you can't afford it, Mom, Dad. We're just always in that neurotic, fearful, anxious, angry, frustrated, depressed state, even though it's the mom and dad saying, you're going to get it, don't worry. So God, that energy or goddess inside of us is saying, yes, manifest it. You can manifest it. And the prayer is that you immerse yourself in the technique, and you have, if you're going to join at any level, you're going to have that experience of feeling that energy of protection, feeling the connection to Dr. Pillai, who is guiding you, because God only knows what you can or cannot do, what you can or cannot afford. So this is what it is to be with Dr. Pillai. He knows everyone who he's calling, he's pulling us, just like he did with me. Here I'm in Canada, and I always have been throughout all these years, coming and going. And we didn't even have internet. We didn't have these courses. We didn't have websites. And yet he was guiding, and he continues to guide. So he will guide us through the teachings, through the initiations. Do this technique if you feel like, oh, you know what, it's just not in my budget. Do the technique, try it out and say, hey, I'm going to start with January 1st. I'm going to get into my space. That's my prayer. I'm going to start with that. Test it out. And then you just see yourself in it. You experience having all this protection through the whole first day, the initiation. And then maybe you take it and you keep doing it. And then you get into the January 14th. And then you say, oh, I'm going for it. I'm going to upgrade. And yes, you are welcome to upgrade. You just need to send an email to office@pillai-center.com. And I think that Chakra will have done that, posted that email. Also, click the see more underneath this video box, and you will see so much more. So people are asking, is this quantum course the same as the Create Your 2023? Yeah. So you'll see all the links that will take you to Pillai Center Academy. You walk through these different options. And again, try not to be overwhelmed, because that's how I used to be, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then it's like, no, just settle down, just take the first step, and then you commit. So the commitment can be the price point, which you saw on all the slides and on the store post at Pillai Center Academy. So you know all that, and you can have all that stuff coming up, but you can just say, okay, what do I need to do? Go into your prayer, get into your space body, get into the blue sky, go up there and say, well, I'm connected to that freakazoid down there who's just like, oh. And then you just say, it doesn't matter, because you're connected to your highest potential. And that's the prayer. So the prayer is going to be fulfilled, not on your monkey mind or all whatever is going on. You're sweating, you're upset or whatever, or you just think, oh, well, what's the point? Click. You just missed out. So get the miracle consciousness, get into supersymmetry, get into the quantum, but try and take the steps so that you believe it. You see yourself doing it in the meditation. It only takes a few minutes, and then come back. So you can watch this again and again, and maybe even fast forward it to where Dr. Pillai is taking you through the guided meditation, and then use that as your daily practice. So the seer is, again, you are the seer, and you see, just like those ancient seers. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have cars. They didn't have anything. They looked up into the sky and said, hey, we need protection. We need whatever they needed back then. And then the sky came and told them. And then they wrote it down on the leaves. And then we get it, fast forward all these millions of years, and we become the seer, because they are in our soul. They are our genetic lineage, our spiritual genetic lineage. Not only do we have biological lineage, we have spiritual soul genetics, and our spiritual masters who have gone before us. And we were in different lifetimes. So we want to remember that. We want to recollect it. That is our birthright. That's our sovereign state of being. So we want to see it to believe it. We want to experience it. We want to create it, and every step of the way, you will be supported. So Katie is saying here, all glories, gratitude, reverence, salutations to our beloved Satguru Sri Dattatreya Shiva Baba. So just that. You're going to experience so many of those types of postings and interactions with the people who are like-minded, and their souls are like, hey, you're just like me. All right. So if you join this journey, you will have friends forever. So it is amazing. And then maybe someday we'll all meet, as we have over the decades, wherever we've gone. Whenever we've joined these programs, we establish this reconnect. And then we become these friends, and maybe we meet people who are in our city or our country. So that's the beauty of being with Dr. Pillai, is he will help us to be on our spiritual path, 100% and experience our material pursuits, have all our desires fulfilled, have the comforts, joy, happiness, even if we can't have it in our own family or friend circle here, or perhaps at work, although being immersed in these courses, you do. But to start with, you might be in this program and then you establish a connection, which a lot of people have. Lee's is saying, thank you so much. I signed up. Yay, Lee's. Great. So are there anything? Oh, Bruce is saying, where do we find the replay of this session? Thank you, Sucharita, for all you do. Oh, great. You're very welcome, Bruce. It's going to be as soon as we close out this session, you can watch it. So it'll be up on Pillai Center Practice YouTube, and also it is being streamed over into Pillai Center Practice Facebook, I believe. So if you have any questions or comments, shared experiences that come up, or you go ahead and you participate in, you practice the awe meditation to fire up your brain, get it to be energized with creative potential, that creative energy. So nothing else can come in the space except for your beautiful manifestation. And then go into your space body, do that, and then come back, maybe journal it, and then come back tomorrow, and I'll see you here tomorrow, and we will wrap it up with Dr. Pillai's final component of this webinar. And then just remind everyone as well, hey, we're going to go over this again, because sometimes we might like, oh, I can't. And then we come and we go, yes, I can. I do it all the time. So it's like when we go to buy clothes or groceries or a car or a home or a gift for someone, whatever it is that we spend our money on, or we choose to spend our money on, we think about it, and we want to make sure that we are supported and can ask the questions or can hear it again and again. Of course you want this car, or maybe you want this car, so you've got to decide. So this is what we're here to do, is just unpack and support everyone in their decision-making process. And as Dr. Pillai shared in these past couple of sessions, that you could just go away and do this if that's all you can do. But it's so possible to jump into January 1st. And then you're energized and you're going, oh my God, look what I got and look where I'm going next. So be outrageous, be creative in your mindset, where you say, I'm not going to believe it because my body is down here and it's kicking and screaming, but I'm going into my super body, or my space body, my sky body, my light body. And that is going to bring in all the energy at that subtle energy level, beyond the mind, beyond the physical, beyond the emotions, and connect us. And then I'm going to bring it back into my life. So Kalyani is saying, Sucharita, what an interesting, informative session. It feels like you are sitting beside us and telling us exactly what to do. So very motivating. Thank you so much. It's so awesome to be here. And I wanted to just shout out to Radha and to Chakra and to Arjun, who are in different time zones, and they're helping us to navigate this time where we've got to open these gates of heaven. In the next couple of days, they're opening, but we've got to get everybody inside that energy. And then Dr. Pillai will take care of the rest. He's taking care of everything now, but he just wants us to make sure that we are supporting each and every one to get the most out of it. Also, oh yes, I forgot to mention, in the description box below, in all that, if you click on see more below this video, then you're going to see that there's a survey. Click on the survey. And for those people who finances is just, it's a very big challenge, especially during these turbulent times we live in. Although, hold that thought, turbulent times, uncertainty. Let's get back to that. So click on the link, the survey, fill it out. If you feel like, you know what, I just can't afford anything, there's going to be, someone has donated the tuition for the first event. So go ahead, check it out, and we'll see you there. So you'll fill out that survey, and then they'll get back to you to see if you qualified, or that you will, you got it. So Arjun is saying here, oh, the uncertainty. Hello. That's what out of the box thinking is. So imagine we're inside of a box and we can't see out. It's kind of peeking over, right? What's out there? And that's how we are in life. We're just kind of like, what's out there? But we want to box ourselves in. We can't create, we can't get out of the box. So this is uncertain to get out of the box. Who will I be outside of the box? And then look at globally, wars, calamities, natural calamities, the financial market, the economy, education, medicine, hospital. Oh my God, it's just way too overwhelming. Being with Dr. Pillai, it's the best place to be because you don't know which way is up. And especially during COVID, all of us who participated in any program with Dr. Pillai throughout COVID, we all were protected mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. We kept our jobs, or we got better jobs. We got promotions. We got an increase in income, or money came out of nowhere. Like that's just was amazing. Or we had, we went through challenging times. Maybe people passed away. I had someone who passed, a young person, my niece's husband, he passed away. And that was really sad, very young. Although that's what had to happen. And then just being in this program, I was able to console myself because it was, oh my God, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? What is there to say? What is there to do? She's 3,000 miles away. And it was beautiful. So that the right thing to say, do, think, feel, be is going to help not only you during these uncertain times, but everyone in your life, even through the most challenging times. So who wouldn't want to be with Dr. Pillai on some level or another? So Arjun is saying here, the Hindi page is also ready now. So there's a YouTube, please take it. Do you want to come on and announce it, Arjun? Come on.
Yes, Namaste everyone. So this is an announcement which I have received from Mohini ma'am, that soon we will be able to share the entire course content in Hindi. And we are happy to spread Babaji's message, and we are happy to offer this entire program in Hindi too. And that announcement will be done on Pillai Center Hindi YouTube channel. So if you would like to hear this entire message in Hindi and pass on to our Hindi speaking community who is not able to understand English, then you are most welcome to do that. So yeah, that is the announcement that I wanted to make. Thank you so much, Sucharita.
Oh, and thank you, Arjun. I really appreciate all the creativity you've brought and your commitment, your passion and your compassion to spread Babaji's teachings, Dr. Pillai's teachings to the Hindi community. So what's next for you?
Thank you. Thank you. It's Babaji's grace, actually. Babaji has changed my life too.
Absolutely.
Our life is changed because of Babaji's grace. So
that's great. Well, thank you for all you're doing and for creating this Hindi YouTube, and then taking everything that we are saying here in English and putting it into Hindi. And then those people who know family, friends, or who speak Hindi, or, you know, they're from India or from around the world, they can help. It will help them to understand it even more intimately.
Yeah. And Babaji was really happy when Babaji saw the Hindi content being delivered. Babaji was really excited, and he simply said that he wanted his teaching to reach out to Hindi speaking community. The drawings that if you see the drawings that are on the landing page, actually Babaji hand drawn them. And yeah, he hand drawn them. And we as a content creator team, we know that those were the drawings that Babaji wanted to make it so simple, so systematic. And those drawings and everything, when we were doing it, we were able to feel the vibe and compassionate feeling from Babaji, and it was actually very changing to us too. So this program is powerful. I am just giving my testimony. Even before the program starts, I can feel the vibe. So it's beautiful.
Oh, that's great. And thank you so much, Arjun.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Chakra, do you want to share anything? I know you're here too, helping out.
Yeah, hi, Sucharita, everyone. I just want to say that I can't wait to get into this program for the new quantum possibilities. That's the realm that I've always been wanting to live. And I think over these years, Babaji has been hand-holding us, navigating our souls, and keeping us in the moment. The last time round, there was the COVID bubble, but nothing of that actually had any credence, because I think Babaji's protection was there. So and right now Babaji is blessing us into the 3023 possibilities. So that's the realm that I want to be in. I'm so excited to be as a student of Babaji. And I'm so happy for everyone who's joined in. And so look forward to being there with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chakra. And I'm not sure, I'll call on Radha, but maybe she's busy with the slideshow. So Radha, did you want to have a little share about your experience, or are you good?
Oh, thank you, Sucharita. I just, I'm very excited about the program as well. And I can just feel the transformation that we're going to go through being immersed in these teachings for a year, guided by Dr. Pillai and supported with our fellows in the program. So it's just a really exciting time, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm excited for all of us to be there. So thank you so much for your support today and in the following days as well, yesterday as well. So we'll wrap it up, I suppose. Thanks everyone for your attention. And then if we care about the journey of our body, our mind, our soul, when we put care into it, then the whole universe will respond. So these are the power times that are coming up January 1st to start with, January 14th, going into the quarterly programs, different levels of engagement. There's so many ways that you can join. And then if you feel like you want to upgrade, that's possible all along. So thanks everyone for joining. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow, same time. And we will get more empowerments from Dr. Pillai. So do these practices that we've learned yesterday and today, and they're super easy, can be done for seconds or minutes. You might even feel like, oh my God, I've been gone for an hour, and yet it was only a couple of seconds. So that's going to be the fun, out of the box, outrageous way of being. So God bless you all. We'll see you when we see you next. Namaste.
Namada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Namada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Namada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate